Okay. So Angular route, security and guard. So what is route guard? So route guard is like guard itself, which will monitor on each route. Okay. It will monitor on each navigation also. When you moving means when you navigating from one page to another page, in the sense one component to another component, it will validate whether you have access regarding that component or not. So if you have access, then only you can you can navigate from one component to another component like a logged in. So just consider three page: logged in, registration, or dashboard, home page, three page. So if you are logged in user, if you already had logged in, then only you can able to access the home page. If you are not logged in the sense you have to register first. कोई जॉनमन म्यूट, ये पक्का समीर होगा. Okay, so first we have to log in, and once you are logged in, you will get authorization, and then you can redirect on component which one you requested. So a guard is a section of the code that is executed before the user go through the route. Means when the guard code will execute before the route get activated. Means if you clicked on some means route. Suppose now we are clicking on this one. So before the clicking means before going on that page, it will verify. Means when we clicked, we came on this page. But before loading this page itself, we will get verification. It's going to authorize. So how many types of guard? So just consider there will be two component. Just consider two component, one as home, one as user. Okay, a simple menu bar, we will create that routing and those all things. So how we will create the guard? So let's create component first, and then we will go with that. I think I had created. This is user guard. Okay. Let's create that. And we will create in the lazy loading itself. Okay, let's create outside noise. Where is terminal? Ngg generate C for component. Suppose that if you want to create some component inside some folder, okay, so you can do one thing. You can create that folder and then you can open the terminal, then you can get that. But I not want to go like that. So how we can do that? Guard.
We'll give the folder name slash and after that component name we are going to generate.
Yeah. So here we will pass, suppose folder name I want guard sample. Okay, and give slash. After this guard sample, give slash and give that component name. So component name is like home and one is the user. Okay. Why it's taking too much time? Yeah. Okay. So now you can see that here we got one folder that is guard sample. Inside that we got one folder that is home component. Okay. We will create the another one that is user inside that folder itself. Let's see be getting or not. And where it updated? It updating inside the app module.ts. So open that guard folder. Now we got one folder that is home, another one is the users. Okay, so we got the two component. Now what we have to do? Next, we have to configure the route in the routing module. Okay, so let's move to the routing module and now tell me, Shivani Kumari, how we can. Shivani is there? No. Okay. Praful. tell me how we can configure the route for that home and user.
Yes, sir. Right there, app routing inside
App
module name.
routing. Okay, we are on already on there.
Yes, sir. Path name. Load
Home.
children.
Oh,
Import
sorry.
model.
Wait. Sorry. Path colon. Why it giving like colon home. Next children. Sorry. Component. Which component? Home. So this become the home component. Now I want for the another component. So what is another component? That is user. Path colon user. Okay, comma component colon which one? User component. User component. Now let's save, and now we will add this in the navigation bar. Where is the navigation bar? I think app component. Yeah. So one will be user and another will be home. User GUARD. User guard. And another is home guard. And we will give route here HOME home. Now save. Now check whether we got up to here or not. Let's reload. So we got that navigation bar. Home, sorry, user guard. So it's giving that user work. Home guard, it home work. User guard, user work. But why this data is coming there? From where actually? Where is app routing? I think it taken some different one. Home component, user component. Yeah, that's taken. Let me check that. What is there? HTML user work. Okay, then data is coming from somewhere. Okay, not an issue. So next
Sir,
step. Yeah.
means data is there, sir.
No, I don't know from where. Somewhere that is coming from HTML side, I think. On this page.
I think, sir, app component dot html router.
No, not from router. From somewhere that coming. Know whether we pointed the correct or not. Let's check. Let's check that. No, this home is not taking. Means it taking some different component here. User component. User. Yeah, because the guard sample is that one. Port dot slash create problem because already we have username. That's why we getting problem. I will give another name. User guard. Yes. Now it completed. User. Where is that? User guard component.html. Let me check in app module. Yeah. Add import. Yeah, now it's fine. Now, what is there? One is user guard and one is the home work guard. Okay. What we want when we clicking on that navigation bar, if we have the permission, then only that page have to access. If not, we not want that one. So for that purpose, what we have to do, we have to create the guard. So let's see how we can create. What is the next step? So what we done? We created the component, we configured the routing, and after that we will move to the types of the guard. So what are the types of guard? So total 4 types of the guard. Okay. So one is the can activate, another is can deactivate, another is resolve, and the next is the can activate child. So what this can activate will do? Can activate, it going to decide if a route can activate like a login system or not. Means can activate will ask you permission whether you have to activate or not. Same type can deactivate, it will decide if when it will decide when user will navigate. Suppose recently I am on from the user guard work. Okay, on this page. Suppose I want to move to home guard. In place of the user guard, I want to navigate to the home guard. Means what you're doing, presently you are on some component, and now when you clicking home guard, you are redirecting, you are navigating from user guard to home guard. You are moving. In that situation, can deactivate will decide that whether you have to move or not. Like now, if we will click that, we can easily move, we can easily navigate from one to another. But when we will go with the guard, we cannot do like that. Okay. So next is the resolve. So what resolve will do? Resolve will delay the action of a route, delay the activation of a route until certain tasks are complete, like fetching data from the external source or this. So resolve will wait until you loading the data. Suppose you have to fetch the data from the database. So in that situation, resolve will wait up to till your task will not get complete. So up to that time, it will wait. And once the task will get complete, it will do their action. Same type can activate child. So it is similar to the can activate. Means whatever task we can perform in the can activate, same type it going to perform in the can activate child also. But it will apply to the nested routes. Whatever nested route will be, we will apply on that one. So let's see how we can apply the, means how we can configure the can activate guard. So for configuring any guard, what we have to do? We have to generate first. So what are the command? Command is same, ng, g for generate, guard, that is G for guard name, and then we have to pass our guard name. So let's generate that. So what we will do, we will generate outside itself. So ng G for generate and
G for guard.
G for guard, and after that we will give the guard name. So what guard name can activate? Okay. So now I giving going for the can activate. Let's see what is happening. Okay. So once you given the command generate, you will get different. You will get all the option here. Can activate, can deactivate, can activate, can activate child, can deactivate, can load. Means different are there. Total 4 options we are getting. So which one you want? What you have to do? You have to use a space button for selecting purpose. Okay. Like here you can see that. Would you like to implement? Press a space to select. Don't press enter directly. First you have to press, means you have to press a space. Then anchor tag to toggle. Means a tag is used for the toggle purpose. So let's say do one thing. We will go with the anchor, can activate. So press enter. Okay. Now press enter. So now see. What is the guard name? Guard name is can activate guard.ts. Why it came can activate guard? Any idea? Why we got can activate?
Because we selected, then only it came.
No, because we had given the guard name can activate. Got it? That's why we got the file name as the can activate. If you will give any other name, okay, just do one thing. Where is that can activate? App can activate guard. App constant lazy loading route parameter. Yeah. So we will get the file here. This both file outside. So we not want. Let's say delete. I want some other guard. Okay. Like suppose we have to do some user task. Means home to user, user to home, like that. So home. So let's say press that. ng G for generate, G for guard. So it will see what it giving you. Yeah. So now which guard you want? Suppose we want the can activate. So what we will do? We will use up and down arrow button and a space button for the selecting purpose. So anyway, our can activate is already selected. Press enter. Now you will get the file name as a home. Now we got the file name as home.guard.ts. So see that bottom. Okay. So now open the file and let's go through the code which we get on this file. So what we getting first? We getting provided in colon root. It going to ingest in the root itself. Okay. What is the class name? Class name whatever we providing, but implementation. What is that? Can activate. Means why we got can activate? Because we had selected that regarding the raw means regarding the generating time itself, we had selected that can activate option. If we will not select this, there was another 4 option was there, total 4 option was there. So we can select any one and we can get that. So can activate, we selected, we got. After that, can activate method is there. Okay. Inside this can activate method, what we getting? We getting 2 things here. Route, activated route snapshot, or second is a router state snapshot. Okay. So different things we are passing here. And then observable type URL tree, different things are there. And then we returning, either we will return true or false. So this type we have to configure the guard. So let's go next. So we configure that. After configuring, we will get the different option. The CLI will ask which guard you want to means you will to install. So we will select that particular guard. And after that, if you want to select different option, so we can use up and down arrow. Correct. Now let's go to the guard.ts. So we seen that already. What are the files we will get? Suppose you have to generate can deactivate. So what will happen? In this place itself, just you can change can activate, you can place can deactivate. And when it will come as a can deactivate, so that time itself can activate implements is there. So you will get one more implement, that is can deactivate. So whatever you passing here, you will get all. So next, as mentioned before, the guard is just like a service. Implement one of the guard interface that Angular makes available to us. These interfaces are provided in the @Angular router package, so needed to be imported. So we have to import. So anyway, by default, be getting all the import statement. We not have to do anything. And second, the method which is going to return, that will accept only and only Boolean value. Okay, and that value we will, on the basis of this one itself, we will decide whether the user have the writable permission of that page or not. Now here you can see, if the method will return false, it means that component it guard the component it guards cannot be accessed. We can't access that component because the guard is not there giving the permission. While the guard can be created manually, we can create the manually also, it's not the problem. So command using the CLI to generate the guard. Next, what we will do next step. So whatever guard we had called, we had generated. So there we will ingest a router. Okay, to able to programmatically redirect the user back to the home component if logged in fail. Means when the user will get fail for the using, means when user trying to access for that particular page, if by mistake if that get failed, so where it will go back. So for that purpose we have to pass to the router, and we have to tell on which page it will be, it was previously. So like that it will go back again on the previous page. Okay, so same thing we will do. We will go in the guard and we will add that which one, router. Okay, so where we will import, where we will add in the router one, URL tree, comma, router. Once we added router, we have to ingest that inside the constructor also. So where is constructor? So constructor is not there. So we have to write manually. Okay, so this way we can add the constructor. And once we added the constructor, after that what we will do? Already anyway, return is true. Okay, so we have the return statement, that is true. Fine. Next, once you done that routing config, means this guard configuration, only two steps. One, a router we have to add, that's it. Previously what was there? Nothing. In this we generated the file, by default we will get that code, that's it. Next step.
So if the return would be true, false, then
yeah, we will see that implementation time. For right now we will be putting that true. We will check that what will happen. So next, we have to, once you created the guard, you have to pass in the app module.ts. You have to register that guard. If you will not register, then also it will work. Some reason is there. What is that reason? Let's see. So here we had implemented provided in root. In the sense, anyway, we are injecting this one in the root of the project. Means it will by default, due to root keyword, it will go on and ingested in the root of the project. But anyway, we are from our safety side, we are doing that activity. So what we will do, we will import this guard. So let's say go to the app module.ts and import that. So here we getting guard component, we not getting the guard one. Okay, what is the guard name? So guard name is home guard. Okay, so let's import that. Where is that? HomeGuard.ts. Okay. Yeah. HomeGuard, and then we will take the class name also. HomeGuard. So what is the next step? Next step, this is like a service. So we will pass in the provider. Okay. So this is like a service. So we will pass in the provider. So pass here. You can pass multiple. There is no any restriction that how we can pass. So you can pass multiple. So we passed HomeGuard. Let's save. After this, we also have to tell Angular which route you want to guarded. Means which route we have to add the guard. Okay. So now route in the sense we have to go to app routing module.ts, and here we had configured two route. One is home, one is component. So suppose from home to component, if you moving, you will get error. So what we have to do, we have to pass here which guard we had generated can activate. Okay, so we will take can activate, and then we will pass here what is the guard name. So guard name is what one? Just look over the guard. So where is the guard name? HomeGuard. Fine. And that we will pass here.
Sir,
Yeah.
in home path we are going to pass can active because of we are moving to user to home. We are moving user to home. That's why we already passed can active in home section.
Yeah. So
If
on which page you want to pass guard? So on that page you have to add this can activate. Okay. So that part, that code means that section will comes under the guard one. We will see that bit. We are just see now we are not going through the code. We are configuring one by one step. Okay. So after this, what we will do? We had pass can activate which guard you want, that we had done. Okay. Next step. So at the moment, if we try to visit the user page in browser, it will let us through because method guard is returns true. Now just save and now check. On which we had passed on the user and home. So on home we had added this one. So let's see what will happen. So HomeGuard, anything happen? User guard is okay. HomeGuard is not working. What is the problem?
return you have to give an false or true, sir.
No, false, then it will give you the error. It's true.
Oh, it's true, you already given.
HomeGuard, I think something mistake I written. Let me see. Okay, this I think import. Yeah. Now check. Yeah, now it's working. Now, so user guard, it's working fine. HomeGuard, this page also working fine. So we not verified anything. Now go to HomeGuard, and return this false.
Make it false.
Okay, and now see what will happen.
We cannot able to navigate.
Okay, now click on HomeGuard. We not getting data. On user guard, we got data. Something problem. Okay. Yeah, that we can't access. Let's check the error. Is there any error? So we're not getting any error, but yeah.
If we already return make false, that's why we cannot able to navigate, sir.
Yeah, that's correct. So when we will click on the home guard, we not getting any data, and even the user means this side also it's not changing. But go to user guard. So already it's working fine. This also working fine. Go to user guard. We get the user in the URL also and data also UI side. But go to home guard, we will not get the data. So what we have to do? We have to tell the user that you have not this access. Means we have to inform the user that you not have the access. So what we will do? We will add that code. So suppose you have not the access. So in that situation, I want to navigate the user to some page, some other page, like home page is there, dashboard is there. Okay, dashboard. So if the user have not the access, I want to navigate the user to dashboard page. Okay. Let's see how we can do that. So comment this line. Okay. And now, so where is the route? So that is R. Okay. So R dot. So this will take this dot R dot navigate, and we will pass URL. We will pass a URL. Let's check that. Navigate. Okay. Directly checking. Okay. No problem. Take that directly. Navigate, and then we will pass route section. Whatever route we are doing, we had seen that how we can navigate from through program. Okay, material which I shared, you can check there. You will get this two line of code that actually that how we can move, means how we can navigate programmatically. Okay, so this you will pass this dot R means router, then navigate, and here you will pass the route. So which route is there? So we have different route. So I want to load dashboard section. So take this dashboard and go to this one. Okay. So now,
sir, within parenthesis.
Not parenthesis, I think. Okay. Yeah, parenthesis are already there. Oh, parenthesis got removed. So this completed. But now we getting the error. Let's look over the error. What error we getting? Here see. Class observable T import observable. Okay. Where is class? Can activate, fine. Can active observable boolean. Wait. We are getting error actually here. Okay. Now put the cursor. You will get the error suggestion. Add return statement. I not want the return. So what it getting? Neither void nor any. Okay. So put any. Got it? This was the issue. Means what are the things we be returning? Be returning any, be returning observable, be returning promise, boolean, URL tree. Let's save and let's see whether it's working or not. I don't know whether it will work or not. How that dashboard is coming? Dashboard is coming. Okay, dashboard is coming due to this URL. Admin/dashboard.
Sir, I have worked this thing, sir. Means the back button is there. Yeah, sir.
Okay, yeah. With the help of that, we can move, navigate in this one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so dashboard completed. Now go to user guard. It came on the user guard. Go to home guard. What happened? When you gone home guard, you came there because you have not the access of this home guard page. That's why on this you navigating to the this page. Go again on the user guard. See, you are on the user page. Okay, but when we will click home guard, we will navigate here because we have not the access. So this type, if the user having registration logged in, so when you logged in, then only you can move to the dashboard. If you are not logged in, you will redirect to the registration page. Got it? So this thing we have to do. So this type we can move that from the one page to another page if we have not the access. So how we are doing? We are using that and we are navigating when user have not the access. Okay. Next. So why this we can? So we can do another thing also. Now let's see what will happen. I think some of line of code will be required. So you are not allowed to view this page. Okay. It will give you the warning when you will click OK. It will return false. And here, suppose it returning false, you can, if you want to navigate some pages, you can do that also. Okay. Now go to user guard. We came on the user guard. Now click on home guard. You are not allowed to view this page. And see, we clicked on the home guard. Let's see what we getting on the UI. We got dashboard work because we are redirecting to the user. Okay. So this type can activate will work. Here some sample example is already written. If you want, you can go one by one. And this yellow color, whatever is there, this is means we had commented, means you can check that. You can switch. Okay, though the example above will not allow the user to access user component because method return false. So here we are returning the false statement. Okay, so the alert and redirection is just for the better app usability, means with the help of that redirect and alert, we can just check that whether user have the access or not. That's it. It's not going to provide anything more. So guard logic is typically imported from other service like an authentication service that reach out the external source and just return the true or false based on the imported logic. Okay, it's going to check. Already we had imported one statement here. I don't know what was that. So here also be getting the same thing. It's not that any changes. Okay, so this type actually what is happening? So what we had done, so in the app routing module.ts, we had configured the route regarding the component. Then in the guard, whatever guard we created, there we are redirecting, we are writing some code and we are redirecting the user to some pages, true, false, whatever condition you want. Okay, and according to that, which according to that, we will just redirect, we will check that whether user have the permission or not. That's it. So same type, whatever another guard is there, can deactivate guard. So we will see that. So the can activate guard allow you to do something before user leaves a component. When user is leaving from one page to another page, before that itself, we have to verify. We have to do that. Again, we going to create the guard. So how we will create? G for generate guard and guard name. So once you will click, you will get again the same option, that selecting purpose. I can activate, can deactivate, those all, whatever we had got a starting time. So see, when you will give, you will get multiple option. That time itself can activate, can deactivate. So we have to select the deactivate now. And once you will select deactivate, I can show you the code, what you will get there. So there will be minor change, nothing you will observe more. So see, again here, what is happening? Here we getting return and component dot can exit. Okay. Here we can pass means whether you want really to exit from the component or not. So with the help of this method, we can. Second thing, here you have to pass the component. Which component you want to means redirect. Here we will pass the component. So here we getting the user component. So when we will click, we will get that. Let's go through the material first. So can deactivate again new user guard.ts. So here we get the by default we will get the code like return true or false, and here we have to pass the component inside the can deactivate. But in case of can activate, we was not passing any component in this argument. Okay, but in the case of deactivate, we have to pass the component name. We have to pass that. Okay, so can deactivate be passing the component name here. That is unknown now. So once you will create, we have to just write some basic logic. We have a simple method that give the user confirmation pop-up and return true or false. So one component is there. Okay. What is the component? User component. Okay. I will take this code and go to user component dot ts. So here we are going to add one method. What this method is written actually? Just one normal name, nothing is there, one name is there. Here we are checking if condition. If confirm, do you wish to exit without saving? If a return true, it will be redirect. If return false, it will not redirect. One method is there. So what we have to do, main and as mentioned before, the method show a pop-up and return the true or false depending on their choice. Now we need to use the blocking logic in the guard. So whatever we had written here, we will use now on the our guard page. Okay, so how we can do that? Let's see. So before that, we have to generate that guard also. We will do one thing. Already I have that. Where is that guard? Yeah, can deactivate. Copy. Home guard. Okay. Yeah. So can activate, can deactivate. Let's check. Can deactivate. We had not generated, we had just copy pasted that code. Can deactivate. Okay, so here one component name that is user exists. That is 1 second. Maybe getting this one. 1 second, sorry. Be calling on the guard itself. Yeah. Now come to the our component. Because when we exiting the component means when we using route can deactivate. So in that case, we want one component also. So we will write some code on the user component. User can deactivate constant guard. Yeah. No, it's not. User. Okay. Go to this component. And now write that use the guard here. So import the guard. One second. Guard we not going to use here. So okay. Okay, it's already imported. Fine. Okay, so we want the component. So we will call the component. Which component? User guard component. Okay, let's take that. Because we want one component, that's why. User exits. Why we getting this one? Okay, wait. Is that file name? Guard sample. Yes. User guard. Yeah, fine. So we imported the user guard component. So when user from the user guard component, it will redirect, it will try to redirect, something will happen. So here we will pass the component. Which component? Above component itself. User guard component. Fine. And once the user will try to, and second thing, what we had done previously, it was here return true. That's it. Let's save and let's see now what will happen. Is there any issue? User guard component Angular project SRC can deactivate. 1 second. Home guard, where I done modification. Oh, sorry. I done in, no, this fine. Okay. User exits. Wait. Will create problem otherwise here. Okay. I will modify here itself. Just already I had created previously itself that guard. So I will modify here. So here we will pass the component. Take the component guard sample. There is the component and user guard. And take that. Why it's not coming? Something more, I think. Yes. User guard component. And now what we will do? We will take our guard one, it means component one. So we have to pass in this section, pass component. So take our component. Okay. And now in place of this, just return true or false. So right now just return false. And let's save. And now check on user guard component. What we had done, we had written one method, but we had not used this one. So what overall we had done, we created one ng, means can deactivate guard. Okay, we had not done manually, we already have that code, so we can done that with the help of command itself. So on this can deactivate, what will happen? We have to use one component. We have to pass one component because when you're redirecting, you have to show that warning message or pop-up, whatever. Means you not want that user to redirect. So what we passing here? We are passing a return. So let's go to the our output side, whether we getting output or not. Okay, now go to user guard. So on user guard, it's working fine. Now click on home guard. What happened? You are getting the bit it giving from the previous itself. Now user guard. Now take here some condition. Now we will return the message component dot can exit. Okay, if it will be, if this method got clicked, means if we giving that true or false, according to that it will call this method. Where is this method? So this method is written in this page. It will give you either true or either false. So this is from the previous guard itself. Now click 1 second. Why that not working? Somewhere some problem is given. Okay. 1 second. We have to pass there also, I think. Yeah. So in component, you have to pass which guard now you want to configure. Previously, we had passed that can activate home guard. So now I want on the user component can deactivate, or on which one means multiple you can pass on the same time. Okay. So this time I will go on the user side and we will pass that can activate. 1 second. Sorry, can deactivate. Then only it will work. If you not passing, in the sense it will not work. Can deactivate colon. After this, pass that guard name. Which guard that one? User exist. User exist guard. Okay. Now let's try. So we passed that one. Now in the provider already we had written. In provider you can check. If you will not write, then also it will work because we injected in the root. So here user exit is already there. So in provider, we are passing all the services. Okay. Yeah. User, this one. Now see, it's giving you the warning message. Do you wish to exit without saving? Means now on the user guard we have it asking that message okay or cancel. If we will do cancel, we will still on the same page, user guard itself. Now again click on home guard. Again it given that message. Do you wish to exit? Now click OK. If you clicked OK, the text whatever you getting right now user guard it will change. See that we got the another guard. We getting multiple pop-up because we had used that another guard also there. See, we used a can activate guard, then we using the can deactivate guard, both guards. So that's why we getting the different pop-up. Okay, fine. Now the another guard start working. You are not allowed to view this page. Can activate.
Can active. Yes.
Okay. Again, once you done the can active, again it asking from the same that can deactivate. Means multiple time it asked because once get permitted, second is asking. So like that type we can do. Means if you want multiple guard in same, you can do that also. Just remove this can active from here. Okay. And now see, if you have to pass can active, means can activate, you not have to do anything. You have to copy that can activate array and you can pass wherever you want. Okay, it will automatic work. Why? Because what we had written in the home guard means this can activate guard. Let's see the code. Here we are passing return true or false or whatever. Got it? According to this condition, it will automatic navigate. Means if user have not access, what will happen? It will redirect to registration page. Or you have not allowed, you are not accessible of that page. So you will redirect on the home page. So like that, you can pass a one URL here, you can configure and it will automatic redirect. Got it? So here we passed two things. One is can deactivate and one is can activate. Let's see. So movie list. What happened? Yeah. So we got the movie list. After this, go to user guard. What it giving? You are not allowed. Okay, fine. If this is not allowed, then we came to the dashboard. Now click on home guard. So now homework is working. Now click on user guard. It giving you not allowed because you are now not on the home guard page. You are on the dashboard because first time itself it's showing the pop-up that you have not the access of that page. Got it? If you have not access, then how you will be available on that page? So how, if you are not available, how can deactivate will work? Got it? If suppose you are not logged in, then how you will be on the log means home page, because you have not logged in. So you will not on the home page. You will be on the registration or somewhere page. So like that itself, it giving the pop-up. You are not allowed to view this page. So if you are not viewed, then where you going? You going to the dashboard. So once you are on the dashboard, you are free now to click any one URL. Means if you clicking any URL, it will verify whether you have the access or not. Got it? So this type we can do that all the activity. Clear? These two things, how can activate will work, how can deactivate will work. So already we had written, means examples is written here. You not have to worry. You have to just go one by one step and just add not more component, just two component. Okay, and just try to switch. Just do one option can activate. Then once you done, make one new component, two component, go with the can deactivate and check whether it's working or not. And logic side, whatever logic we had written, we are writing all the logics of the type of script itself. We are not writing anything special. You can see here, we had written one method, just can exit, and inside what we are writing, if confirm. If user is going to click whether yes or no, according to confirm data, confirmation pop-up, it will take the value either return or false. It will return like that. Got it? So this type actually can activate and can deactivate is working. Second, how to create a resolver. Okay, this is normal. Just you can also go through that. I will not go through that one because can deactivate and can activate, that was too much important. So we covered that one. You can, but one thing I will tell, already everything is written here. Just one time at least run that code and you can check the message here. What are you getting? So what it will do actually, it will display the message after 2 seconds. Means it will do delay. So whenever you have to display some message, something, you can go with the can resolver. Okay, that's a resolver. So see in the code what we had written. So here we are returning return op wait. What is this op? Op is the method of a RxJS library. Okay, so here it waiting for and then it delaying for 2 seconds, and after 2 seconds it will return the message. Okay, same thing again. You have to create the route, you have to configure that, and here we passing resolve. And in resolve, we are passing message. What message you want to display? Like that. Clear? So this was actually guard. So you have to keep in mind regarding at least can activate and can deactivate. Not others, but at least these two you have to. And when you're creating, so what you have to do, you have to update in your app module.ts in the provider section, in the provider. Okay, but if you will not, then also it will work. Why? After Angular 4, I think. Okay, after Angular 4, this provide in, okay, is by default in the root in the sense root of the application. So it automatically going to ingest there. When we will see service, we will get again this one provide in. Clear or having any doubt? So we discussed two things, router guard, can activate, can deactivate. So on the basis of this type we are authenticating the user and we are giving the permission to user regarding accessing of the page.